Chelsea got their first win of the season, a thrilling 6-2 victory at Wolves, thanks largely to Madueke hat-trick. 4 unanswered goals at half-time, Blue Wolves away in their first home game of the season. They lost their opening match 2-0, leaving them 19th in the table. And Gabby, for some reason, you weren't that impressed with Wolves.
You know what, Ali? Like, first half, you're watching the game and they went toe for toe and they had chances to score and it was end to end. But what part of the game do you start to look at it and think, like, we're a bit too open here? Because you look at the 3 goals from Madueke, all similar goals. Yes, the first one left foot deflected, the next 2 right foot. You can't concede the same goals, one after the other, as Wolves conceded. And yes, Chelsea have got a very good squad of players, Ali, but you shouldn't be, like, a team like Wolves with the players they have available, shouldn't be losing 6-2 at home. You can't do that. And I'm looking at a lot of their games coming up, Ali. I'm looking at their next 7 games.
You're worried for them then?
I am, mate, because I'm looking at their next 7 games, all right? Forest away, tough game. Newcastle at home. Newcastle, you know, if Newcastle turn up, Ali, they can beat anybody.
Absolutely.
So Forest away, Newcastle at home. Aston Villa away, derby game. That could go either way. Could be a draw, Villa win. Liverpool at home. Brentford away. Brentford will be up and running then as well. Ivan Toney might not leave. He'll be back in the fold, of course. Man City at home and Brighton away. So Forest away, Newcastle home. Villa away, Liverpool at home. Brentford away, Man City at home and Brighton away.
Gab,
they're tough games.
Where do you, absolutely tough games. Where do you sit with Stubbsy on yesterday, obviously talking about Everton, and he was great as always. Stubbsy, very, very honest. A club he captained and loved. And he was obviously great concern for Everton. And his feeling was, and the more I think about it, he might be right, you know. His feeling was, the reason he's a little bit more worried than normal, and it backs up your Wolves theory, he reckons the 3 teams that come up this year are better than the 3 teams that come up last year and will give a better account of themselves.
100%. I feel like Ipswich will put an account. I could imagine sending them to Luton. They're going to have a go. Southampton, for me, they're going to struggle maybe going forward scoring goals, but they play some decent football. Leicester on their day can put up a performance. We saw against Tottenham Hotspur that they put in a decent performance, got a draw. But I just look at them games, Ali, and Wolves could end up with, like, you could say 1 win or 2 draws out of them games, and you're going into 9 games played and you're near the bottom. You know, selling Neto, I get it. Neto missing a lot of football with injuries, and to get that fee, I get it. Selling
it's
him,
a great
fee. You've got to replace him. Kilman, top defender to West Ham.
I actually think Kilman might be a bigger one.
Exactly.
I really do. I've always fancied Kilman. I rate him, and I think he's a great signing for West Ham. I just think, Gab, I understand your concern. I just think Gary Neal will be all right. I think they'll get enough. They'll pick up points. I think the thing about Wolves and Gary Neal, I think they win certain games that they need to win.
And maybe games where you don't expect them to. Like I said the Newcastle at home. Newcastle could turn up and put 2-3 past you, but Wolves easily could get a result in that game. But also, Ali, when you look at Everton's squad of players, wow, it's not great, mate, at all. You know, you look at going forward and you like Neil Maupay on the bench, who hasn't been at his greatest recently. He didn't get on again. Calvert-Lewin's not getting the service. Defensively, without Branthwaite playing, they look a bit shaky. It's scary times for Everton, mate.
Well,
they need some emergency signings in the next few days.
The greatest respect, I mean, that would be getting into the new stadium. That would be nothing short of an absolute disaster.
When you flirt with relegation season after season, it catches you, mate. Like you says, it could be the season where, you know what, the 3 that come up, they're not the whipping boys. You know, they give better accounts of themselves and they're tight games. Fulham have got a great squad of players. Crystal Palace will be okay. They've got some decent players still. You look at these teams, Brighton.
Do you not think there's a bit of... I wouldn't say I'm concerned for Crystal Palace. That'd be taking it too strong. But you look at the players, the quality that they have lost.
Yes.
I know they brought in lad Wharton, who's a fantastic signing, I've got to say to you. But you look at Elise Anderson, it looks as though Gay's going now. That's a spine of your team, certainly your defence. Yeah.
You see what I see with Crystal Palace, Ali? If they'd kept everyone together, they could have been pushing for like top 8, top 9.
That's what I thought.
Now, I see them as like 13th, 14th. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Like, not relegation, but
I'm
they're
with
going
you
to be
that.
like...
Totally.
And they used to finish in that position, to be honest. Most seasons in the Premier League, they're around 11th to 14th. I'll see that again from Crystal Palace because they've still got Mateta, Edouard, Eze's exciting, Wharton's there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can bring in a couple of players as well. But to lose Gahey and Anderson... Oof.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I would like to have seen... I understand. Listen, we understand the business side. Of course we do. I get it totally. But I would like to have seen, Palace just keep those players maybe for another year and just have a wee go at it.
If you're a Palace fan, you're like, okay, what are we then?
Yeah.
We are just a selling club. This new manager's come in and thought, oh, okay.
And he's
imagine
done
if
well.
I could keep these players together. All right, we sold Elise. We're going to sell. We sold Anderson. We'll sell Gahey. All right, then. So we're not going to go to that next step and trying to get in European positions. It's about being a mid-table club, which is a shame for the fans, but that must be the Crystal Palace way.
No, well, it does. I mean, we understand it totally, the business side of it, as I say, but I'm not sure. It does send out a significant signal, doesn't it? Let's be honest about it, mate.
Eze will be the next one, Ali. Next
Say that again?
Eze will be the next one.
Oh, well, I mean, you got to say, certainly a talented player, and if Eze left, that would be a disaster for Palace.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.